Hello, my beautiful souls. Welcome or welcome back to Unbound Soul Tarot. I'm Helen, and this time we are doing another pick a card reading because I felt that it has been way too long since we've done one. And as you can see, we have 3 piles this time. I didn't want to overcomplicate it, so I just felt that it would be a bit easier to choose, and that way we could go a bit more in depth as well. I could use more decks and all that. So it's kind of like a win-win for both of us. But yeah, as you can see, 3 piles. The first pile that we have is Amethyst. As you can see, I did attach some crystals, gemstones with each pile to make the choosing a bit easier for you. We have Amethyst for pile 1, we have Amazonite for pile 2, and we have Pink Tourmaline for pile 3. If you want to, of course, you can stop the video, you can meditate, you can just kind of feel and sense which pile calls out to you the most. Or if you feel called towards several of them or all of them, you can of course watch several or all of them. That's absolutely your prerogative. But mainly the best way to go about it is to kind of just take your time and kind of quiet yourself a bit, quiet your mind, and see which pile draws you in the most. Because this time we are looking at messages from your spirit guides, what they want you to know right now, what is it that you need to know the most so that you can move towards your highest good. So that's what we are doing. And of course, we have some, these are the Divine Doors Oracle cards on the top. And if you feel called to choose one based on these doors, you can do that as well. So yeah, hopefully choosing won't be way too difficult. But just take your time, see which pile calls out to you, and when you are ready, you can go down in the description box or the comment section and find the timestamp listed there. And of course, as always, if you are interested, all the decks that I will be using in this reading will be listed in the description box as well. But that's that. So yeah, happy choosing, and I'll see you guys soon. Okay, pile number 1. You guys chose the Amethyst crystal, and the pile with this particular Divine Door. We are going to keep this Divine Door message. We're going to save it until the end, and then we're going to close the reading out with that. So yeah, we're going to start out with some tarot cards as always, and we're going to see what your spirit guides want you to embrace right now and what they want you to release. We have the Emperor in reverse. We have the Page of Wands in sorry, not in reverse, just the Page of Wands. Oh, we have the Chariot. I'm gonna have to move this one. And we have the Magician. Wow. So you guys have a lot of major arcana cards. Like, it's yeah, it's a pretty good ratio to get 3 out of 4 cards. That's fairly significant energy right there. So the first 2 cards, as I said, are talking about what the spirit guides of yours want you to embrace, and the other 2 are talking about what they want you to release. So straight off the bat, what I'm noticing with you guys is that it seems that your spirit guides kind of want you to ease up a little. They want you to maybe let go of control a bit, because I'm kind of drawn straight away to both the Emperor in reverse and the Magician in reverse. So both of these cards kind of talk about letting go of control, especially the Emperor in reverse, because the Emperor, when the Emperor comes out, he always talks about a lot of structure, a lot of order, a lot of rules and regulations, and a very strict routine, a very strict way of doing things, which is kind of understandable because the Emperor does have a lot of responsibility, and the Emperor is has to look out for not just his own interest, but he has to look out for the interests of other people as well. He has to be responsible because he is responsible for other people. So there is a lot of pressure on his shoulders, and it's understandable that there needs to be a certain kind of foundation, or a certain kind of, there needs to be certain restrictions in place so that there wouldn't be anarchy, so that some kind of order would be had. But in this case, it seems that maybe you have become slightly too stuck in your ways, maybe almost slightly too comfortable in the way that you have been doing things, in your routine, in your kind of day-to-day life, in your habits. And what you're asked to do is kind of turn over a more playful, a more enthusiastic, a more open and explorative side of yourself. Because the Page of Wands, out of all of the court cards, pages are the youngest and the least experienced, but they are also the most kind of receptive. They are the most open and the least judgmental or criticizing of experiences. They are so optimistic and just so full of life, and they want to experience everything that life has to offer. And especially if you get the Page of Wands over here, wand suit is representative of fire as an element. And that is all about experience, that's all about inspiration and that desire, that drive that pushes you forward. So if there is anything in your life that you have been meaning to begin, if there's anything in your life that you have had some kind of interest in, but that you for some reason have had to kind of push back or hold off for some time, if there's anything that has been keeping you from trying out anything new or testing out the waters of something that maybe has always sounded something that you could potentially be excited about, or that you could that could really speak to you in some way, then I feel like the spirit guides are kind of giving you a green light in a way, saying that, you know, it's time to kind of come out of the strict and the very regulated way of doing things, kind of come out of your comfort zone in a bit and allow yourself some freedom, allow yourself some exploration, and put yourself in the shoes of a student, in the shoes of a child who is exploring and going out there and experiencing things for the first time. So this kind of newness and openness is what your spirit guides want you to embrace right now. And we have, interestingly enough, we have this Chariot and we have the Magician in reverse. And these cards, as I said, are talking about what you should release right now. So with both of these cards, I'm kind of actually getting a lot of control again. Especially with the Chariot card. The Chariot card comes out when there is a certain kind of progress to be had, when there is certain movement ahead, but it's very determined, it's very focused. And even though it is a very positive card, don't get me wrong, it is a very positive card. But in this case, because this is something that you are asked to release, I'm again getting the sense that you are asked to let go of the reins a bit, to kind of ease up on the control aspect, which we were talking about with the Emperor here. Because it seems that right now, like something new, something exciting wants to come in for you, but you can't really control that because you don't have a lot of experience in it. If it's new, if it's something that you are just now beginning to know or getting to know, then you kind of need to have an open mind and have a very open attitude towards it. So it seems that you're asked to kind of relinquish the control aspect of wherever it is that you are moving towards, whatever the the specific goal in mind is that you have, that you maybe have been working towards vigorously, especially with the Emperor card as well. It seems like you have been really taking matters into your own hands. You have been doing everything in your power to do and to accomplish and to achieve. But it kind of feels like, again, with the Magician in reverse as well, it kind of feels like it's time for you to put the reins aside and again kind of resume the role of the student rather than being the teacher, or rather than being the one who kind of manages things. So yeah, relinquishing control is a big keyword here. And I'm also kind of getting that because it's specifically the Chariot card over here, which even though it does talk about, you know, moving forward in a very determined manner and being successful and kind of taking control of your journey, so to say, to me, very often the Chariot does talk about a certain aspect of divinity. All the major arcana cards actually do. When they come out, it kind of talks about bigger energies than what we are dealing with on a mundane day-to-day level. But there is a certain like special divinity that I get with the Chariot, meaning that it's kind of like you are being asked to have some faith in the journey that you are being led to. You're kind of asked to allow to be led rather than being the one who does the leading. Again, the control issue is kind of like the main issue here, but the faith aspect is coming through as well with both of these cards, where I feel that you are asked to have faith and to trust the journey, to trust your spirit guides, and to believe in the kind of the destination that they are taking you towards, that it is going towards your highest good, because that's what your spirit guides are here for, to help you move towards your highest good. And because the Chariot came out upright as well, it seems that they know exactly what they're doing. They know exactly what they're doing. So you don't really need to do a whole lot of micromanaging here. You can just kind of, you can have faith, you can believe, and you can kind of be assured that your spirit guides are working alongside you, and that they're working very hard. They're doing all that they can to help guide you down the path towards your highest good. But there's also an aspect of you having to kind of be have a very open-minded attitude, and a very, very explorative, a very childlike approach to this situation. Now, we're moving forward from the tarot portion, and we are looking at some astrology now. So this card is going to show us the strongest astrological influence that you have right now. Oh my goodness, that is great. I'm actually going to keep it over here because I don't know where I'm going to put this. Because we have Mercury, and this is so funny because the Magician is actually ruled by Mercury. Mercury is the ruling planet of the Magician card, or it's associated with the Magician card. And Mercury rules Virgo and Gemini. So you could be a Virgo or Gemini. That's actually like kind of coming through two of these cards now. We also have some fire. We have Aries, and well, we have Mars as well. So it could be Aries or Scorpio, and we have some Cancer as well. So we have some fire, we have some water, and we have some air and earth. Actually, all of the elements, now that I look at these cards, all of the elements are presented here, or represented, I should say. But we have Mercury, and because Mercury is the planet of communication, Mercury is the planet of intellect, Mercury is also a planet that talks about kind of your logic, your common sense, how you think about things. It's kind of telling me that it's kind of explaining why the energy that you are asked to embrace is so kind of studious and so open-minded and so so kind of fresh and new, because it seems that you may have been operating very much from a logical point of view, very much from a place of following your experience, going off of what you know to be true, trying to handle and manage everything on a very rational and a very logical kind of level. But yeah, it seems that at this time, being more open and again, just maybe trying not to overanalyze things, which can very much happen with Mercury's influence over here. It's just going to be a lot easier for you, and it's going to be a lot more fun, rather than trying to kind of logically and intellectually make sense of everything. So yeah, it seems that a lot of thinking, a lot of planning, and a lot of organizing may have been a very big part, and it may still be a very big part of your day-to-day life. So to kind of give you a break from that, I suppose, we have this beautiful childlike energy coming through. Now, this next card, this is the Oracle of Mystical Moments. We have Red Garden, and this card is talking about the energy that is kind of the general energy that is influencing you the most right now. Kind of moving those two together over here. So it's actually funny that you got specifically this card, because this one is, when I look at this card, I'm kind of reminded of passion, of like excitement for nature, for life. It's actually very much reminding me of this Page of Wands card. The energy seems very similar to me, because it's beautiful and it's blooming and it's fresh and so inviting. But there's also this need to kind of be one with nature, this need to connect with nature, which is, again, it's such a funny contrast that's coming through over here, where this Mercury energy and this energy, the Chariot and the Magician, which you were asked to kind of release, is all very, again, it's so full of control, and it's so full of like regulation, and it's so full of this human aspect. Whilst when I look at this side, kind of what you're asked to embrace, it feels much more allowing. It feels much more in sync with nature. It feels much more kind of down to earth and grounded and rooted. So yeah, it's like there's this passionate side of yours that is wanting to come to the forefront, that is wanting to push forward through this more logical and through this more articulated and managed and controlled and organized way of doing things. There's this almost this wildness that is waiting to emerge within you. And I kind of feel like you can feel that. I get a sense that you can feel that, and I get a sense that this brewing and brimming within you is very much palpable, and I feel like that's something that you want to do. It's something that you would like to delve deeper into, but there just might be some kind of, again, the mental aspect of you might be having a rather strong pull on you and holding you back somewhat in that aspect. But let's see, what else do we have? Yeah, wow. See, we have fog veiled. So it does tell me that, again, the message here is fairly straightforward. That it's funny as well that it came through just as I was talking about something kind of lying underneath and wanting to come to the surface, and now we have this foggy image here where the sunlight is kind of trying to break through the fog. And that's exactly what this is. That's exactly what you are asked to embrace, to allow the true passion to emerge, to allow the true passion to come forward and to guide you down a new and very, very exciting path, an adventure of sorts. But it does feel like there is a bit of fog right now. That again I kind of feel like is related to this mental aspect. It could also talk about, or it could also be talking about a certain kind of mystery that you may be having, a certain sense of maybe having a bit of dread walking down towards something that is unknown to you, especially if you have this Mercury energy here. It kind of indicates that you might be someone who likes to have a very firm and a very clear understanding of things, who likes to see where the road is headed, who likes to have a clear vision of the destination and every kind of aspect of the journey, who likes everything planned and in place and structured. And that might be where you are the most comfortable, especially with the Emperor card here. That kind of talks about that as well, as we already said. So it could be that going down a path which is much more kind of wild and much more unpredictable, it might be a bit scary for you. Going down a track that is veiled, where you can't see too much ahead, where you really don't know what you will encounter. It can be very scary, but I feel like, again, that this is something that your spirit guides want to urge you towards. And in time, because, I swear to God, I always do this. In time, because this is the fog card that we're talking about. In time, clarity will come. The fog will clear up. Let's see what else. Yeah, wow. We have wisdom. So, oh my goodness, it's actually so funny because I kind of feel like the cards are all talking about the same thing. With this wisdom, I'm getting the sense that you are, first of all, it seems that you are a very wise person to begin with. But I also get the sense that that there will be a lot of wisdom found in this new path that you are asked to follow, this new passion or this new excitement that is brimming within you, whether it's already like really palpable, like truly palpable, that you want to kind of go out and do something, or whether it's still finding its rhythm. It's still, I feel like it's still there, and I do feel that there, as I said, that there is a lot of wisdom to be gained from going down this experience, because even though there is a lot of safety in kind of staying where you are and having everything very much going according to your plan and having everything kind of put in place, but true wisdom comes from living through several different experiences, and when you kind of stay very much walled in, or you want to stay in your comfort zone, you are not actually experiencing as much as you could. So I feel like that wisdom is actually kind of twofold, talking about the wisdom that you already have and the wisdom that seems to be very much at the forefront of your life and seems to be kind of the strongest guiding force for you right now. But it also talks about all of the wisdom that you can gain by following this deeper calling and seeing where the path takes you. Oh my goodness, seriously, I cannot make this up. We have trust. Yeah, I was talking about trust before, wasn't I? I think I was. Trust. Have faith in the journey. Have faith in your spirit guides, and trust the path. Trust the experiences. Trust the signs that you're getting. If you are getting signs, try and pay attention to different synchronicities that may be happening all around you. Try and pay attention to that, because you could find some reassurances from there that would maybe help soothe your very practical and very logical and very structured mind. It might give it some reassurance, so that you wouldn't be as afraid of the unknown. And I'm also actually, now that I was talking about the synchronicities and the signs, my eye got caught on this little bird on the shoulder of this lady who is half flower, half human. And it kind of feels like there are a lot of signs around you, and I feel like your spirit guides are constantly talking to you and trying to give you clues and signs, trying to get you to notice that they are there. But it could be that, especially if you are very much living in your head, it could be that you may be missing these signs right now. But if you actually stay in the moment and you start paying attention to them, I think you'll find a lot of comfort in those. But trust is definitely a strong, very strong keyword here. Yeah, and see, we have your commitment is being tested, first quarter moon. So yeah, it does seem like, I kind of feel like this commitment is actually talking about your relationship or your connection with the divine, with your spirit guides. I feel like this whole quest or this whole adventure that you are guided down is kind of a way to see how much you are willing to step out of your comfort zone, step out of your regulated way of being, and put yourself in the hands of your spiritual team, to allow yourself to be led down to very unexpected places and to these adventures that you can't really plan for. How much do you truly trust your spiritual team? So I feel like that's kind of the commitment that this card talks about. Oh wow, we have Asana is coming through next. And with this card is talking about meditation. This card is talking about the physical, like yoga, or the physical act of kind of quieting yourself, taking yourself out of the day-to-day, out of any like hectic movement, any activities, and really making yourself still, sitting still or lying still, just kind of stopping your body from moving and really tuning in, taking the time to calm yourself, to physically calm yourself. And that might be because this is talking of, this is a piece of guidance for you from your spiritual team, from your spirit guides. And I kind of get the sense that it's actually tying in with this whole mental aspect, with the Mercury and the wisdom and all of that. It kind of feels like your spiritual team is asking you to turn more focus on spiritual practices so that you could tune out all of the distractions that are happening around you, and also tune out your mental chatter, and try and really get out of your own head by tuning into your body, by actually being with your body in the moment, in the present, paying attention to all of the signs and the senses that your body is trying to give you. Because I feel like that's one way that you can really strengthen this connection with your spiritual team. But I also feel like it's a way for you to have more trust, to have more faith in yourself and in your journey. Because it would get you more in touch with those aspects, and that would again reassure you. That would get you more in tune with where your internal kind of senses or internal nudges are trying to guide you, so that it would be easier for you to have faith, even if your mind maybe doesn't quite understand it. So meditation or any kind of like physical spiritual practice is going to be beneficial. Definitely, that's what your spirit guides are asking you to do. And the last kind of large oracle card we have is, oh, look at that. We have Bat Spirit. A rebirth is assured. So it does seem like there is a beautiful and very, very exciting new thing waiting for you. A rebirth is assured. Yeah, so again, it's so beautiful as well that it's kind of coming out with the trust card over here, which is again giving you this reassurance that everything will be fine, that even if you are not in the driver's seat all the time, if you kind of relinquish control a bit, things will still turn out okay. Things will go the way that they are meant to go. And I'm also noticing these synchronistic numbers coming out already. When I was talking about synchronicities before, we have 2 5s come out. So definitely pay attention to signs, and again, just know that everything is going as it should, and you will definitely discover some really, really new and very exciting experiences that are going to bring you a lot of wisdom and bring a lot of excitement, a whole new fresh beginning on your journey. And we are closing out this reading with the Divine Doors Oracle that we have been waiting for. So let's see what we have. Sunset, time here turns to release and unfurl. Old cords of pain fade as the sun's light burns. Oh my God. Okay, this is insane. First of all, do you see like the sun aspect with the fog card coming out here? And this is talking about release as well, and the sun's light coming out again. It's beautiful. It's again talking about this rebirth. That is insane. It's so exciting for me as well to see how these cards kind of play out and how they all come together in the end. And this is absolutely gorgeous. So yeah, it seems that you are going to be experiencing some very new and very exciting adventures soon, and the more you embrace them with an open heart and an open mind, the more exciting it will be. That's all I have for you, pile number 1. Thank you so much for watching this. If you did enjoy this, please give me a thumbs up. Also subscribe if you haven't already, if you want to see more of this, and let me know in the comment section if this spoke to you at all. I'd be really, really interested to know. But yeah, if I don't see you in any of the other piles, please take care of yourselves, and I hope to see you guys very soon. Bye-bye. Hello, pile number 2. So you guys chose Amazonite, which is a beautiful, beautiful stone. It's one of my favorites. And yeah, let's just get straight to this. So the Divine Doors Oracle, this divine message, we are going to leave until the very end. This will be the last thing that we look at before we close this reading out. And I'm moving in so far out of the frame almost, because we're going to lay down the cards, and it's I learned from pile 1 that it does take up a lot of space. So we'll see, I might have to fidget around with it a bit. But getting back to the actual reading, we're going to start off with some tarot cards. And we are going to see what your spirit guides want you to embrace and what they want you to release right now. So let's see. We have the 7 of Cups. We have the King of Cups. We have the 7 of Swords. Interesting. Oh my goodness. And the King of Swords. Oh my God. Okay. Wow. I need to digest this. What is happening here? This is insane. I mean, I have been doing tarot readings for quite some time now, and I don't think I've ever seen this. This is actually crazy. We have 2 of the same number come through. two kings come through in reverse, and both of the cards are from the same suit as well. This is too crazy. Oh my goodness. But let's get into this. Let's see what we can decipher from this message from your spirit guides. So we're starting off with the 7 of Cups and the King of Cups in reverse. These 2 cards are talking about what your spirit guides want you to embrace. It seems that there is a lot of open doors for you right now. It seems that there's There may be a lot of new opportunities that might present themselves to you unexpectedly. Or you may find yourself in kind of a haze and a bit of a confusing time right now. And it seems that your spirit guides are saying that it's okay. It's okay that you don't have a specific plan in place right now. It's okay that you're not sure what your heart is completely set on. And I almost feel that that's kind of what you are being encouraged to do, to kind of leave your options very much open, at least for the time being. And I'm saying that especially with this King of Cups in reverse, because I'm kind of getting this message that that having a very specific goal, or a very specific, like something that your heart is completely set on, might kind of box you in a bit, or it might rob you of some really cool opportunities that may be coming your way very soon if they haven't already. So the sense of having a very open attitude to whatever might be coming your way seems to be what your spirit guides want you to take on right now. To have this almost fantastical, almost this dreamy quality where you fantasize about what it is that would truly kind of tick all the boxes for you, rather than making any firm decisions and kind of boxing yourself in on a very specific, on a very concrete thing. It seems that openness is something that is going to benefit you right now. Because I'm kind of getting the sense that you may not have the full picture in place. You may not have all of the information to make a very firm decision on what the best option would be for you. So without having all the pieces of the puzzle in front of you, you might end up choosing something that is not actually the thing that would kind of make you the happiest. You might end up choosing something that you, not to say that you'll regret it later, but it's just that you might, again, if you make a choice now, and you kind of commit to something now, you may deprive yourself of some even better suited options later, if that makes sense. So yeah, it seems that right now you are asked to dream, and to dream big, and to kind of keep your options open, to see what comes out, what presents itself to you, and kind of allow things to be somewhat up in the air and not very concrete right now. Because I'm kind of getting the same sense over here with the Seven of Swords and the King of Swords in reverse. Because these two cards are talking about what you should release, what your spirit guides want you to release. And these, especially coming out as swords cards, are both talking about strategizing, are both talking about kind of coming up with a solution and using your mind, using your intellect to kind of manage something. And because this is the aspect that you should release, I'm kind of getting the sense that it's almost like not having clarity is kind of the right thing for you, or it's almost like you're not meant to have clarity right now, is what I'm getting. That it might be best to put down your thinking cap and to just allow things to be, and especially allow your emotions to guide you rather than your mind, rather than your rational, logical mind, your brain. Rather than letting that kind of run the show and choose and pick and decide for you, it's best to kind of keep a very open mind, keep a very open heart, and see what comes up, and just kind of feel and sense your way through them. And again, without making any firm commitments and any firm decisions. Because again, for some reason, and especially because this is coming out as the Seven of Swords, for some reason I feel like making a very concrete choice right now you might be shooting yourself in the foot with that later. So it's best to follow your heart and just try and keep a very flexible, a very fluid, a very mutable and adjustable. Is that a word? Adjustable? Adjusting? I'm not sure. But you get what I'm trying to say. A very adjustable way of being right now seems to be what your spirit guides are urging you towards. But let's see what else we can find out. This is a very exciting spread already. So let's see, what is the biggest astrological influence on you right now? Oh my goodness, wow, look at that. We have Aries. So, okay. Well, it's kind of interesting that we're getting these elements. So we had water, we had air, and now we're getting fire with Aries. So it's actually tying in quite nicely with the energy that you're asked to embrace. But it's also actually, funnily enough, tying in with the energy that you're asked to release. And let me explain. So Aries as a sign, if you're not familiar with Aries kind of characteristics, Aries is the first sign of the zodiac, meaning that they are the initiators, they are the starters, the beginners of the whole journey. They are the first ones to jump into a situation and to try something out. They don't really like things being stagnant. They don't like things being still for very long. They like movement. They like action. They like adventure and experiencing and discovering new things. So yeah, if you're familiar with tarot cards, the Fool card, I feel, sums up the Aries archetype really nicely, and also the Page of Wands, I suppose, because there's a lot of this fieriness, because Aries is a fire sign. There's a lot of fieriness and drive in them, and there's very little hesitation, very little doubt within them. So it seems, as I was saying, that how it's tying in with both of these energies. It seems that it's tying in with this energy over here, because it seems that the message here right now is don't overthink it, don't overanalyze it, don't over-strategize anything. Try and rely more on your senses and your emotions and what your heart is telling you to do, rather than what your mind is telling you to do. And that kind of actually goes very well with Aries, because they are very much, as I said, being driven forward from their passion, from their drive, from their will, rather than like analyzing or staying in their head and deliberating whether they should or should not do something. They just kind of go in and they do it, and that's it. So that's kind of the energy that is tying in beautifully with this. But it's also tying in with this very like open and very explorative and exquisitive energy that I'm getting with the Seven of Cups, this dreamy energy, because Aries as a sign is very often tied to this like childlike energy as well, because it is the first sign of the zodiac. It's kind of the youngest, quote unquote, the youngest of the zodiac signs, and there is a lot of enthusiasm and a lot of openness in them. So that's kind of what this is relating to as well, having that very open and very enthusiastic and almost this childlike fantasy quality, where you can kind of dream of the grand vision of what it is that you really truly want, and letting your heart speak for you, letting your kind of gut speak for you and drive you forward, rather than the mind, right? Rather than the strategizing and intellectual headspace. So if you are feeling the energy already where you feel that you are very excited about new things and excited about new experiences, then it might be that that's why this Aries card is here. That's why this energy is coming through. But if you are still kind of in a place where you maybe are more so fixed on some doubts, or where you maybe are kind of going back and forth and maybe having cold feet about things, or trying to again rationalize your next moves, then I feel that this Aries card is here to kind of urge you to again turn more towards your senses and tune out this intellectual brain that might be trying to kind of force you in directions that are not actually in your best interests right now. I hope that made sense. But let's see. Oh, we have the perfect key. Okay, so this oracle card is going to show us, or is showing us, the kind of strongest influence on you in a, like, generally, the strongest energy that is influencing you right now. And it's actually, it makes a lot of sense, again, the perfect key over here. Because keys as a symbol very often, at least to me, talk about, well, and I guess larger, not just me, but like in a larger sense, they talk about finding answers, finding solutions, and kind of breaking through some kind of situations, some kind of blockages. But they also very often, to me, talk about, again, the intellect or the mind, which is kind of tying in with the whole finding solutions thing. But it can kind of be somewhat limiting, I suppose, or again, somewhat logical. And I kind of feel like I love that there is this, I love the way that this card is illustrated, because there is this key that is going to open up this heart that is in this bird cage, right? And this card generally talks about having the answer, having the solution. But I kind of feel like this is talking about, again, that the answer is not lying in your mind. The perfect answer is lying in your heart. And that's why these cups cards are coming through over here as something to embrace. Because again, I feel that your head and your logical mind is not going to lead you to what truly makes you happy. So even if you think that you know right now, even if you think you know what the best course of action is for you, just kind of hold off on making any very firm and concrete decisions right now. You can have that option at the back of your head. You don't have to dismiss it, but just don't kind of box yourself in and cut off any other possible options. Like, there's the best thing right now seems to be to kind of follow your heart and really listen to where you are being guided, and that might take time. So that's why having this kind of open way of being, or an open approach, is better than again committing to something very concrete, very specific, and kind of boxing yourself in a sense. So yeah, be careful with this solution finding or strategy oriented mindset, and try and tune in more to your heart space, and where that is calling you towards, because that's truly where the perfect key lies to your decision, to your question. Let's see what else we have. Oh, we have Gaia nurturing. Okay, so I'm kind of again getting this sense that it's actually beautiful that that it's tying in so nicely with the cups cards, because I'm kind of getting that again, like this connection with the body, with your physical body, is probably one of the best things that you can do right now. To kind of offer yourself the care and the attention, especially if you have been very much operating from a mental level more so than anything else, then this is going to be super, super beneficial for you. This is going to allow your heart and your whole body to be more included. But I'm also getting the sense that your spirit guides are really looking after you right now. Your whole spiritual team is. So whoever you resonate with, spirit, God, the universe, your higher self, whoever you resonate with, I get the sense that they are truly there for you and they are truly looking out for your best interests. And I feel like that's why this message is here, even if it's something that may like frustrate you a bit, even if it's something that you may not really understand why you need to hold off on making some firm choices or decisions. If you really feel that you want to, right, your mind may be telling you that you really want to, because again, it may offer you some kind of security on a logical sense, in a rational sense. But I feel like all of this, like deeper, this unconscious or subconscious level that's coming through from these cups and this heart and this whole Gaia card. I get that there is so much that you maybe don't see or that you don't comprehend right now, and that it might be something that is not actually comprehensible, I should say, comprehensible on a mental level. So it's just something that you kind of have to kind of take a plunge in, have to go in eyes closed and just going off of what you feel is right, what you feel called towards. Very much like a feeling and sensing experience rather than thinking experience. And again, even if that is kind of somewhat frustrating to you on a mental level, it's because your spirit guides are looking after you. It's because this is something that is, in the larger scheme of things, for your highest good. So yeah, it seems that you are in very good hands with this Gaia card, and also I think it will really benefit you. Again, turning your focus more so on the senses and on the body rather than on the mind. Let's see what else. Wow, yeah, we have power coming through. A lot of masculine energy. I do have to say, we're getting a lot of masculine energy, both with Aries. Aries is ruled by Mars, and Mars is a very masculine planet. I'm sure everyone knows Mars and Venus, right? Mars is a very masculine, very assertive, very, very powerful and very dominant planet. And then we have these kings over here, and there's a lot of masculine energy, and it's kind of a beautiful contrast coming out with Gaia, who is like the divine feminine, who is Mother Earth, who is nature. So I kind of feel like this power card is, again, in this case, indicating that the true power in this situation lies in your deepest instincts, in your deepest feelings, and in your intuition, rather than the kind of the mental aspect or the mind. It's kind of tying in with this energy again, very much kind of reaffirming the same thing. So I kind of feel like this whole power aspect. You might actually be someone who very much likes to have control of things, who likes to arrange things in a certain way and kind of have a very firm overview of everything, to kind of have control of things, which again is very much coincides with masculine energy. But again, I kind of feel like the strong message of tuning more towards like feminine energy, which is again more receptive and more sensing, more feeling. It's to kind of It's to help reawaken that aspect of you and to help bring that more to the surface so that you could have a bigger, a fuller picture of things. Again, to actually have all of the puzzle pieces in front of you rather than working with only a few select puzzle pieces, if that makes any sense. I hope that my like weird examples are making it easier for you to understand rather than more difficult. So yeah, in this instance, I'm kind of getting the sense that your spirit guides are reassuring you that you don't have to have control of things to be powerful. You don't have to have a kind of a mental blueprint of everything to be powerful. So I feel like in this instance, the true power is lying dormant in your senses. And that's kind of what you are asked to tap into now. Oh my goodness, see? Stillness. Exactly. This is like the true epitome of feminine energy. Because the feminine is still, the feminine doesn't rush anywhere, the feminine doesn't chase after anything. The feminine waits. The feminine is just quiet and serene, and the feminine ponders over things quietly and in stillness. So again, I get like so many of these cards, and all of these animals are coming through as well. There's a beautiful parrot or bird that I was looking at over here, and I kind of got the connection in both of these where it seems that you are very much being guided by your spirit guides, and again, they are looking out for you. They are trying to guide you towards the most beneficial path for you. But it does require you to kind of let go of this more masculine aspect of being assertive, being dominant, and kind of bringing control into situations and kind of showing your power in that way. And it's asking you to instead try a different approach. Instead, listen and really pay attention to everything that is happening around you, everything that is happening within you, how different things make you feel, what different things, different experiences bring forth within you, and kind of operate from there. Because this is such a beautiful card. I love this swan image because it's almost poetic how this card is coming through. You very often see swans associated with love, with emotion, with the heart. So we're kind of getting the same message in so many different ways, that truly listening to your heart and following your heart does require you to be still. But that's probably the way that will lead you to the most blossoming, the most prosperous outcome with this Gaia card over here. Oh my goodness, see? Exactly. The answers you need are coming. So you don't have to go out and actively seek for them. You don't have to kind of move the chess pieces around yourself. It's going to come to you, right? The answers you need are coming. They're going to come to you. But they are they are requiring you to be still enough to hear them, to listen to them. And again, it's not something that you can, I feel like it's not something that you can like decipher on a logical level. It's not something that you are going to like necessarily have an epiphany about. It might be. But with all of the cards coming out, I'm getting a stronger sense that this is something that you will just feel in your gut, or something that you'll feel somewhere in your body, that it's the right thing for you. And I feel like I'm kind of getting the sense that with all of these like receptive and all of these feminine, more so feminine cards coming out, I'm kind of getting the sense that you may very heavily still be in this more masculine and in this more logical way of being, and probably that's why this message of don't get yourself committed and don't get yourself tied down to anything too specific right now, because again, it might be that some answers are not here yet. Some answers are still arriving. And it's interesting because I think I actually even said that kind of at the beginning of this reading, that you don't have all the information, you don't have all the puzzle pieces together. So the puzzle pieces that you do need seem to be coming, but probably from a different place than you would expect. Let's see what else we have. Ooh, we have Atman. I'm not sure I'm saying it correctly, but Atman. This card in general, I believe, talks about the kind of the infinity of the soul, how your soul is boundless, how it reincarnates in different lives, and how it's kind of a never-ending thing. And because this card more specifically is representing guidance from your spiritual team, from your spirit guides, I'm getting the sense that excuse me, I'm getting the sense that your spirit guides want you to know how wise and how experienced your soul is, how even though in this lifetime you are living this life for the first time, and in a way your soul is too, because it's the specific journey that you are walking down this time is new to your soul. But at the same time, your soul has lived like numerous times before, so your soul knows a lot that you, on a rational level, on an ego level, on the persona level that you are in this lifetime, don't know. Your soul has experienced a lot. Your soul has a lot of wisdom to tap into, and I kind of feel like it's again talking about kind of trusting in that wisdom and allowing that wisdom to come to the surface, right? We're again tying back to this the answers you need are coming card. And it's actually so funny because I was talking about how the answers are going to come from a place that you don't expect. And I feel like they will be coming from somewhere very, very deep within you, somewhere very, very profound that you may not be able to identify. But again, it's kind of your soul urging you towards the right thing, towards where your soul has intended for you to go, which path your soul intends for you to walk down or walk upon in this lifetime. And I feel like, again, because it's such complex information that you are not privy to, you can't possibly fathom it, you can't possibly make sense of it on a logical level. So I feel like it's just that this card more specifically is indicating that your spiritual team, your spirit guides, want you to trust in the knowing of your soul, that it knows where it's leading you, that it knows where it's guiding you. So again, even if it doesn't make sense to you, even if you can't comprehend it, you kind of have to have faith in it. You have to have faith and trust in yourself and in your feelings, in these sensations that are coming up for you to guide you. So yeah, I'm just kind of shocked that we're getting like so many of the same like cards. And I mean, in a way they're not the same, but they kind of are as well, because they are all indicating the same thing. And yeah, as I was saying before with the perfect key, the true answer, the true perfect key resides in your heart. It resides deep in yourself. So just kind of take the time to allow yourself to be receptive and quiet enough to receive that wisdom. Oh my goodness. And oh my God. Okay, we have Crow Spirit, co-create with Spirit. But I just wanted to point out, because we had the same numerological synchronicity with the first pile. We have number 8 over here, and we have number 17, which reduces down to 8. 1 plus 7 is 8. So you're getting the same kind of numerological synchronicity, which is crazy. But yeah, it's co-create with spirit. Exactly. Like I'm loving that we're getting such a cohesive theme, and I feel like I'm repeating myself over and over and over again. And I'm sorry if this has become really repetitive and kind of boring to listen to. I do apologize. But it is kind of the main message here, that you kind of have to let your soul and let your spiritual team in on the process, because they know best. They truly know things that you can't possibly know in this lifetime. Because if you did, it would be kind of boring to live your life. It would be like knowing where the movie is going to end up in, or knowing how the book is going to end before you get to the end. So kind of like, what's the fun in walking down the journey if you already know how the journey is going to go? So it's really like asking you to kind of, as I said, put down your thinking cap, put down the reins, and allow spirit, allow your spirit guides, allow the universe or your higher self or whoever you resonate with, allow them to be part of the process, allow them to kind of come forward and guide you and direct you down a path that may be way more in alignment with you than the path that you would have chosen for yourself. So yeah, this is a really, really cool and really powerful reading, and yeah, I just feel like you're going to have a lot of fun experiencing these new sensations that come up with you. And I feel like the more you tune into yourself, and the stronger the connection becomes that you develop with your more sensitive, more intuitive side, the more kind of wholesome the experience is for you in this lifetime. But anyway, I hope that offered you something useful, something to think about. But before we go, we are going to finally look at the Divine Door's message for you. So let's see what this has. A cure for longing. Love is happiness, a spark inside. Live deliberately and choose boldly. Then you have arrived. Wow. Okay, so can we talk about how it's actually saying a cure for longing? And I don't know, I think I mentioned something similar to like you maybe feeling somewhat, not necessarily desperate, but really wanting to make a certain firm decision because of like, you know, how it offers you security. So I kind of feel like a cure for longing, like that's kind of what it's tying to. And I'm, as I said, I've said it before, and I'll probably say it again hundreds of times. It is absolutely insane to me how sometimes these cards work out together, and how the messages that come through kind of underline the whole theme of the reading. So yeah, and and I kind of feel like even the way that this is talking about love is happiness, a spark inside, exactly with this fiery Aries energy, this heart motif on this card, all of the cards that we were talking about, this like feminine energy and being more in your senses and feeling your way through rather than thinking your way through, is going to take you to this beautiful destination that is so in alignment with you. And I love that that's kind of the message that is coming through here. Live deliberately and choose boldly, then you have arrived. Yeah, but again, choosing with the heart, right? Rather than the mind. Choosing with the heart, choosing with where this love, where this spark is guiding you, and going off of that. Okay, pile number 2. Thank you so much for watching this reading. I hope that it made sense to you. I hope that it offered you something useful, something that you could apply to your current situation, and hopefully it also cleared up some things if there was confusion before. But that's it. If I don't see you in any of the other piles, then I am sending you guys so much love and light, and I hope that you take care of yourselves, and I hope to see you guys very soon. Don't forget to give me a thumbs up and also subscribe if you haven't already, and let me know in the comment section if this actually gave you something useful. Okay, Thank you so much, and please take care of yourselves. Bye-bye. Okay, and last but not the least, my sweet pile number 3. You guys chose the pink tourmaline stone. Beautiful, beautiful stone for the heart. And let's see what we can find out from your spirit guides. Now, the Divine Doors Oracle card that you chose, we are going to leave that until the very end of the reading. And then we're going to see what the message is with that one. I'm going to just push it over the side. And we're going to start with the tarot portion of the reading, as always. So we're going to see what your spirit guides want you to embrace and what they want you to release right now. So let's see. Wow, what is this? Oh my God. Okay. So, wow. Wow. Okay. Guys, I have to be honest now. I am absolutely speechless. I don't know what this is. This is some like next level magical stuff. And I'm so like, I don't have the words. We have 2 7s and we have 2 5s come out. That is not something that you see all the time when you do tarot readings. And I've been doing quite a few tarot readings already, so I have some experience under my belt, let's just say it like that. And I don't think I've ever seen such a thing. We had that with pile number 2 as well. And now we officially have all of the 7s coming out. And if you are not familiar, in a numerological sense, 7 is a very magical number. It's a very magical number, very mysterious number. So the fact that all of them have come through and all of these numerological synchronicities are popping up, it's telling me that these are some real messages from your spirit guides that require paying attention to. But the first 2 cards are talking about what you should embrace, and the last 2 cards are talking about what you should release, what your spirit guides want you to release. So straight off, starting with the 2 7s, I'm getting the sense that your spirit guides definitely do not want you to give up on whatever it is that you are working towards, whatever it is that you are waiting to see results on. Don't give up. Whatever it is that you do, don't give up. Because it seems that the path that you are on right now, this course that you have chosen, it doesn't necessarily seem to be the easiest. And I kind of see that there may be some temptation for you to kind of walk away, or to kind of count your losses and that's that. But the message definitely is very, very strongly here to keep working, to keep planning and seeing what else you can do to get to the result that you wish to get to, that you wish to arrive at. Because even if you are facing any opposition, as we can see with the 7 of Wands over here, even if you are facing any opposition, you have it in you to overcome that opposition. You have the upper hand. So it's just really important for you to stand your ground and to be really firm in kind of seeing this thing that you are working towards to the end. Because I'm kind of also getting with the 7 of Coins here, it's almost like a little reassurance for you that you will see results if you keep working on it. You will see results, even if it takes time, and even if, again, the road to the thing that you are after is somewhat perilous, it is eventually going to pay off. So the main thing for you, again, is to keep working on what it is that you're working, to keep improving whatever you can improve, and And if anyone is questioning or trying to kind of undermine you in any way, then just stand strong and know that you are on the right path. If there has been any kind of doubt in your mind, again, if you have been tempted by the idea to walk away, then I feel that these two cards are kind of a confirmation from your spirit guides saying that you are on the right path. You are doing very much the right thing. And even if it is difficult, even if it is challenging, you can get to the result that you are after. It just takes dedication, it takes work, it takes time and patience. So yeah, holding your ground, holding your vision, and working towards what it is that you want is definitely something that your spirit guides want to kind of enforce right now, or want you to pay close attention to. And now we have these two fives over here side by side. So I'm kind of getting the sense that you actually have kind of two cards of opposition or two cards of conflict coming out. So you may very well be experiencing conflict from other people. You may be experiencing some adversity in the sense that other people may not necessarily understand where you're coming from. They may not understand your vision completely. They may have trouble kind of working together with you, and you may have trouble working together with other people. It's kind of a tense energy with this Five of Wands, especially if it's coming out with the Five of Cups. It seems that there is a lot of stress that you are experiencing, and it might very well have to do with this goal or this achievement that you're after, but it could be tied in other things as well. Especially, and I'm kind of especially getting the sense that you that the whole relationship aspect of other people seems to be, and like connections with other people seem to be what is stressing you out more so than this aspect. Even though, as I said, there could be ties. There could be ties to this situation as well. So again, if you are experiencing some kind of opposition, if people are questioning you or kind of showing you some kind of, they are like working against you in some sense, then that definitely could be part of the stress, part of the grief and the strife that we see in this section. But I'm kind of getting the sense that the main aspect that is causing you this stress and this worry and this grief is actually coming from your relationships with other people. And they could be like on a family level, or they could be with your work colleagues, right? They could be with your friends, they could be with your spouse or with your significant other, whoever it is. But I do feel that there is something going on with your relationships right now, especially because you chose the stone that very much talks about like healing of the heart. I do get a sense that there's something going on with your relationships that is having a very significant effect on you, emotionally speaking. So this is something that your spirit guides want you to release. They want you to release the stress and worry, especially if it's something that you can't really control. Let's say that it is your work colleagues or your friends who, or anyone really, who doesn't understand your vision, right? They maybe are not supportive of what it is that you're doing. They may be kind of flat out against you, right? If that's the case, then I feel like your spirit guides are asking you to not let that get to you, to not let that affect you. Try and isolate yourself from those kinds of energies as much as you possibly can. But I'm also kind of getting the sense, this Five of Cups is drawing me in, I'm also getting the sense that there may be some past kind of failures or past instances where things maybe haven't gone your way, and it might be something that is also making you tempted to kind of give up on this vision that you have right now, because there's this notion that, well, if things didn't work out in the past, then why should they work out now? So I'm kind of getting this like internal conflict as well happening over here, where, yes, as I said, it seems very likely that there is some kind of strife or some kind of stress that is happening around you in your physical external world, or in your physical surrounding. But I'm also getting a kind of an internal conflict, confusion and turmoil as well. And that's again what your spirit guides want you to release, want you to try and let go of. So as much as possible, don't let any negativity get to you, and keep a firm ground, keep your feet firmly planted, firmly rooted, keep working towards what it is that you want to achieve, and don't let any worrying or negative thoughts, either from yourself or from other people, affect you and kind of steer you off your path, so to say. But let's see what the other cards say. So let's see what is the strongest astrological influence on you right now. Wow, we have Ascendant, which is the card of the rising sign. And with this Ascendant card, I'm kind of getting the message that what is most important for you right now is to be your most authentic self, to not wear any masks, to not put on any shows for anyone else, to try and do as little like people pleasing as possible, right? To kind of follow your own path, follow your own track, wherever that may lead you, and be true to what you believe in, be true to what you stand for. Again, with the Seven of Wands, be true to that. Even if people are giving you grief, even if people are fighting against you, even if people don't understand where you're coming from, even if people are undermining you or trying to kind of trip you up somehow, like, just try and not pay it, like, try to ignore it as much as possible. Don't give that any power over you, okay? Because with this Ascendant card, it's emphasizing that your true nature is what's most important right now. And if who you truly are doesn't vibe with someone else, that's okay. That's on them. And you don't really want those kinds of people around you anyway. You want the people who resonate with you. You want the people who appreciate you for who you are and who will kind of show up for you in an authentic way as well. So yeah, it's kind of a confirmation that that being your true self is the most beneficial thing for you, even if it is causing some kind of uproar from other people, and that is going to help you get to your ultimate goal, what it is that you are after. Staying authentic, staying true, staying on track. Let's see. Wow, we have Home in the Sky. This card is talking about any kind of energetic influences, any general influences that you may be encountering right now. And with this, I'm getting the sense that there might not be a lot of security for you right now. That, because again, as I was talking about before, with this opposition and with things kind of, whether you may be facing some adversity, some challenges, some obstacles, it seems that this lack of security, lack of a firm foundation is definitely affecting you. And it's kind of coming through from the cards as well, that it is definitely having an effect on you. But I feel like the kind of solution here is to kind of find your center, even if things are changing. Find your center in uncertain situations and circumstances. Because if you can find some kind of stability, and if you can find a foundation, if you can stay grounded, rooted and centered, even if things are all up in the air around you, then you can truly feel at home in any situation. And I kind of feel like that might be one of the lessons that you are experiencing right now, to kind of make you get more comfortable and to make you more resilient to any like outward influences, any external influences. Because with these two cards, I'm getting the sense that maybe external energies, and especially other people, may have too much of a hold on you. They may have too much power over you. They may have the ability to impact your decisions and your choices and how you progress on your journey. They may have too much power over that. And I feel like that's why these two cards are coming through. This card of being your most authentic self and staying true to yourself, and kind of finding a sense of security or safety in uncertainty. It all kind of points to the same thing, that there needs to be some kind of building up of resolve, building up of strength and determination, right? Like all these kinds of very self-reliant energies is what's coming through over here, and what you're asked to embrace, versus allowing others and allowing external circumstances and energies to have so much power over you that they kind of like sweep you off your feet, and that you are left like battered, right? That you are left battered. So yeah, again, I get the sense that you may be easily discouraged, especially right now, with everything that is going on around you. But the message from your spirit guides is to not let it discourage you. Let's see, we have fairies, earth magic. Wow, this is such a sweet card. I'm kind of getting the sense that this is asking you to kind of have faith with... faith has actually been a very strong keyword through all of these piles, but I'm kind of getting this magical, because this is talking about earth magic and fairies, very magical beings. I'm getting a very strong magical energy with this specific, with your pile specifically, where, especially as I was starting to say with the Seven of Coins, I'm getting a connection here, because the Seven of Coins does require to have a certain amount of faith and trust that you have done what you can, and that you kind of need to wait for the earth or the magical energies, the spiritual energies to work with you in creating the final result. Because you can't do it all. You are not living in a vacuum, right? Your energy is affecting other people's energy, and other people's energy is very clearly affecting your energy. And we are all affected by the earth energy. And Earth's energy is affected by all of our energy as well. It's a relationship, right? I feel like this is asking you to have a more optimistic way of seeing things, to have a more open-minded and a more magical way of seeing the situation, and of having faith that what it is that you are working towards will pay off. That the earth will, that the fairies or the spirit guides, your higher self, the universe, whoever you resonate with, that they will work together with you to help you get to this place, to help you get to this result that you are after. So it's just, I feel like it's a beautiful reminder for you to kind of not lose your sense of magic and awe and wonder that is present on this beautiful planet. Let's see what else. Wow, see? Exactly. Positive movement forward. Ugh, sorry. These cards are kind of... I'm just going all over the place. I'm trying to get them to be straight though, so... Let's see if we can succeed, at least somewhat in that. But yeah, we have positive movement forward, which is, as the name suggests, a very positive card. So it's kind of like another confirmation. And I'm loving that it is specifically going over the 7 of coins, because it does tell me that even if you can't see the results just yet, even if the fruits of your labor are still kind of arriving, this is confirmation for you that the thing that you are working towards will reach its end, because it's a positive movement forward. It's a beautiful positive progression on things. You are making progress. So again, do not get disheartened by any external influences that may be around you, that may be trying to discourage you. It's very important that you keep moving forward, that you keep working towards what it is that you want, and believing in having whatever it is that you want to have. So this is just a beautiful confirmation. Oh my God! See, I don't even know. Like, this is, well, what else can you say? We have flow. What was I saying? And we have this beautiful, I think it's a sea or an ocean or whatever. We have this beautiful body of water on this card, and this beautiful boat which is sailing towards the sun. I mean, it's gorgeous, and it is like you are flowing, but it's flow. It's kind of effortless, and it's kind of it's smooth, right? It's smooth and it's kind of like rhythmical, I want to say, because it's not like you're not seeing any like rapid movement, right? I don't see any rapid movement. I see steady progression, but it's still progression. So I feel like the important thing here is to keep yourself in the flow, is to be flexible, is to be, willing to work with the energies where they take you, to again, to work with the magical energies that are all around you, that are wanting to kind of be part of this process. And I feel like even though it might take time, as I said, it's not like a quick progression or anything. Even though it might take time, it's still movement. You are still flowing towards what it is that you want. So I feel like the hesitation or the temptation in you to kind of call it quits might be very strong, because I don't think that we would otherwise get so many cards urging you to keep working and to reaffirm you that things are moving, right? So yeah, let's see what else we have. Oh my God, that is insane. Wow, we have expect powerful change, new moon eclipse. See? Like, what? I don't even know. I don't think I have too much to say about this, because I'll just be repeating myself over and over and over again. But like, the cards speak for themselves. the cards speak for themselves. You are clearly moving towards what it is that you want. And if you are experiencing adversity, if you are experiencing some kind of obstacles, some kind of challenges, things are really testing you right now, it's going to be changing soon, right? It's going to be changing. And even if right now you may not see any signs, like very specific or concrete signs, then on an energetic level, things are very much progressing, things are very much moving, and I feel like the shift will take place, and you will see things starting to actually manifest, and your hard work paying off. You will see that eventually. Okay. So this is it's just such a beautiful and such a warming, heartfelt message of support. Again, telling you not to give up, because things are going to be turning around for the better soon. Wow, we have Buddha. And now this card is a piece of guidance from your spiritual guides to you. And with the Buddha card, this is talking about a higher level of awareness. This is talking about an awakened soul, one who sees, one who is aware, one who is truly conscious of the things that most people are maybe unconscious of. So I'm kind of getting the sense that over here, your spirit guides are asking you to rely on yourself. Again, it's all kind of coming around full circle to yourself, to this trust and belief in yourself, and trust and belief in your vision, and to kind of keep holding on to that, because again, it's this card is telling me that you know that you are very much aware, that you are very much in tune with what it is that you are meant to do, that you have awakened to your true self, to your most authentic self, and what your soul really wants for you in this lifetime. And I feel like that's why all of these cards of positive movement and change and flow and all of this is, I feel like that's why it's coming out. And this magic, earth magic, that's why it's coming out, because I feel like the cards are saying that the energies around you that you may not see physically are responding to your work and are responding to your energy. Everything that you are working towards, the ultimate vision that you have for yourself, the vision that you feel called to do, that you feel that you have to work towards in this lifetime, that speaks to your soul. The energies around you, they can see that, they can recognize that, your spirit guides recognize that, and they want you to hold on to that, because it's the right thing for you. Clearly, you are very much aware of what is the right thing for you. And all that they are asking you to do is to hold on to that vision, to not let anyone else who is not as aware, who is not awakened to what you are awakened to not let that distract you from what it is that you're doing. Right? And let's see what the last card is. Whoa, we have Swan Spirit, time for a deep dive. So it kind of feels like because again, both of these cards are cards are guidance for you. And And I kind of feel like it's just, I'm sorry, I just got so caught up in I'm kind of shocked that the coloration of the cards is so similar, and how like these flowers over here and then these flowers over here and then there's this turquoise and just beautiful, just visually it's beautiful. Your spread is beautiful. Oh my God, and all the purples, sorry. I'm just noticing like the grand scheme of things have been so much in the messages. But I feel like because it's guidance, it's asking you to tap into, again, this awareness, this deep knowing that you have within you, right? The vision that seems to be coming from a very, very deep place within you. And I feel like kind of tapping into that, trying to get in contact with your soul, with your intuition, with your spirit guides as much as you possibly can through whichever spiritual practice you uphold. That is really going to help, again, confirm and reassure you of your steps. It's going to give you more confidence. It's going to give you more strength, and is going to offer you a certain sense of support. Again, being centered, right? As we were talking about with this card over here, Home in the Sky. Being centered, finding that centeredness, even if things are happening around you and shifting around you and kind of opposing you. Even if these kinds of things are happening all around you, if you can be centered, if you can hold on to your truth, then none of that matters. None of that matters. And you can still keep working towards your vision, towards what you intend to create in this lifetime. And I'm kind of feeling the same with this Buddha again as well, that it's very important for you to stay centered and to find that that core within you to rely on. Okay, so let's see. Finally, we get to the long-awaited time of looking at the beautiful Divine Doors Oracle. Let's see which divine message we are closing this reading out with. 3 of Cups, a toast to friendship in the afternoon sun. 3 cups in happiness, 3 cheers are done. Celebration is near. Oh my God, see? Like, this is literally... These cards are just, I feel like they are just so full of reassurance and so full of support for you. And I do feel like you really do need it, because it seems that you are in the midst of some rather challenging energies. But I hope that this reading gave you some kind of confidence and some kind of support. And I hope that the knowing that your spirit guides are here, that they are seeing what you're doing, they are hearing you, they are doing everything that they can on their part to kind of help you get to your desired result. And all they're asking of you is to keep your faith, keep your vision, keep working towards what you're working towards, and to keep in touch with them, to keep up with your spiritual practices, to really be grounded and centered as much as you possibly can. And that way they can truly be even more of help to you in getting you to where you want to go, and getting you to a very, very positive end result, which you can then celebrate and be very, very proud of. Okay, I'm gonna leave you guys here. I hope that this reading was of use to you, and if this did resonate with you, if you got something from this, then definitely give me a thumbs up, and don't forget to subscribe as well. And please let me know in the comment section if this was you, if you did resonate with this. Thank you so much, and I hope to see you guys very soon in my next reading. But in the meantime, please take care of yourselves, be kind and good to yourselves and others, and I hope to see you guys very soon. Bye-bye.